Good afternoon, dear students. It's me Malohat again with you. Dear students, today at our lesson we will talk about emotional eating, applying mindfulness to manage emotional eating. Overview of the lesson. What is emotional eating? Function of emotional eating. Where does it come from? Can mindful eating help? Why practice mindful eating? Mindful eating practices. What is emotional eating? Eating in response to emotions and feelings, soothe unpleasant emotions or increase pleasant emotions. Anxiety, depression, frustration, anger, helplessness, guilt, boredom, confusion, overwhelmed, empty. Emotional eaters attempt to manage their mood with food. Foods consumed high in fat, sugar, and calories. At least 60% of overweight obese persons are also emotional eaters. Not all emotional eaters have a mood disorder. Not all emotional eaters binge. Emotional eating scale, depression. When I am feeling down or blue, a little snack will lift my mood. When I am depressed, I have more desire to eat. If someone disappoints me, I want to eat something. Anxiety, stress. When I'm pressured or working under a deadline, I have the urge to snack. I eat more when I'm stressed than when I'm calm. If I'm worried or afraid of something, I tend to eat. Anger. Sometimes when people irritate me, I want to get something to eat. I have had something to eat just to teach him a lesson. When I get angry, eating will make me feel better. Boredom. I look forward to eating something when I'm bored. I eat more than usual when there is nothing to do. If time is passing slowly, I look forward to having a snack. Loneliness. Being alone increases my appetite. I'm less likely to eat when other people are around as I am when I'm by myself. Eating makes me feel better when I'm lonely. Happiness. I celebrate with food when I'm in a good mood. I'm feeling really good. I don't worry about my diet. When I'm happy, having a favorite snack makes me feel even better. Functions of emotional eating: comfort, soothing, nurturance, numbing, sedation, distraction, escape from painful emotions, release tension, anger, or frustration, trigger, behavior, reward, self-medicating, increasing carbs increases serotonin, improved mood. Doesn't really address the underlying emotions and the trigger. Emotional eating, where does it come from? Childhood eating experiences, food used as comfort or reward, relationship issues, adverse sexual experiences, history of trauma, low self-esteem and body dissatisfaction, social and cultural components. Emotional eating, how to overcome it. Premise: emotional eaters have lost their innate ability to self-regulate their hunger and satiation. Important step: relearn to accurately listen to and trust your body's signals instead of trying to suppress or avoid negative emotions. Staying in tune and learn to tolerate and accept your emotions rather than turning to food to escape. Mindful eating. What does it mean, dear students? Now we will learn together with you in our next slides. Reflect for a moment. What did you eat in your last meal? Were you present with your food or distracted by other things? Did you eat because of the time on the clock or were you actually hungry? Mindful eating involves making conscious food choices. Awareness of present moment when making food choices. Paying close attention to the effect of the food on the senses. Developing an awareness of physical, uh, psychological hunger and satiety cues. Eating healthfully in response to those cues. Observing physical and emotional sensations, including our thoughts, in a non judgmental way in response to eating. Mindful eating is based on the notion that our relationship to food can be improved by using all of your senses to choosing satisfying and nourishing, recognizing our responses to food, likes, dislikes, or neutral, without judgment. Being aware of physical hunger and fullness signals to help us decide when to begin and end eating. Mindful eating includes all of our choices from the time we first feel like eating through to completing our meal or snack and afterwards as well. Why practice mindful eating? Mindfulness and mindful eating interventions appear to be most successful in reducing binge eating regardless of weight status, emotional eating, and eating in response to external cues. Important behaviors are related to obesity. In overweight individuals, impact on reducing weight mix may play a role in prevention of weight gain. Positive shift in food habits, quantity of food consumed in some studies. We repeatedly eat meal after meal, snack after snack, hardly aware of what and how much we are eating. Think about how frequently this happens to you. You start eating, get distracted by your tablet, work, a book, or TV, and before you know it, your food is gone and you hardly remember eating it. Slow down. Eating too fast doesn't allow our body to have time to recognize the signals telling us we are full and have had enough to eat. 20 minutes for food to reach the first part of the small intestine, which then results in chemical signals to the brain to tell the body, stop eating, I'm full. Basics of mindful eating. Breathe and belly check for hunger and satiety before you eat. Take a few deep breaths as you begin to check in with your belly. Ask yourself, are these sensations of physical hunger? How hungry are you? What are you hungry for? Is there a particular type of food you would like to have? You might want food or you might be thirsty. Listen to what your body is telling you. The Hunger-Satiety Scale. When it's time to start eating, best to eat when you reach 3, 4. Try not to get to 1, 2. If you get too hungry, more likely to overeat and make poor choices. Always keep healthy snacks available, especially when on the go. Extremely stuffed, nauseous, stuffed, very uncomfortable, overfull, somewhat uncomfortable, full but not uncomfortable, satisfied but could eat a little more, starting to feel hungry, stomach growling, uncomfortably hungry, distracted, irritable, very hungry, low energy, weak and dizzy, starving, no energy, very weak. When it's time to stop eating. Best to stop eating when you reach 6. Within 15-20 minutes, you will likely be at 7, but 7 full, but not uncomfortable. To reduce the temptation of overeating, serve dishes on the counter rather than table. Ask for a to-go box at restaurants with large portions. Keep checking in on where you are on the hunger scale before going for seconds or grabbing a snack. Eating when not hungry. Ask yourself why. Seeking comfort for negative emotions. Find healthier alternatives to learn to better manage negative emotions. Activities bring you pleasure, a sense of enjoyment or accomplishment. Simple pleasure can go along with you. Can go a long way. For example, go for a walk, listen to music, podcast, call a friend, and etc. Emotion, depression, coping strategy, physical activity, for example, walking, increased social interaction, anxiety, breathing, relaxation, distraction, stretching, yoga, anger, breathing, relaxation, stretching, cleaning, assertiveness, training, loneliness, text, email, call a friend, join a social group. Basics of mindful eating. A. Assess your food. What does it look like? Does it look appealing? Where does it come from? Is it a food you recognize, or is it a food-like substance, for example, highly processed? Briefly be aware of the sun, rain, or all other processes by which this food arrived in front of you today. Is this the food you really want? A brief pause to assess your food can give you lots of information about it. Slow down helps you enjoy your food more fully and become aware of when you are getting full. Simple strategies to help you slow down: putting down your fork or spoon between bites, pausing and taking a breath between bites, chewing your food completely. Remind yourself and your family that eating is not a race. Investigate your hunger throughout the meal. Be aware distractions. Bring your attention back to eating, tasting, and assessing your hunger and satiety throughout the meal. You may find you are no longer hungry, even though there is food on your plate, or that you don't even like what you are eating. Allow yourself to stop or to continue based on your assessment. Investigate your hunger throughout the meal. When assessing your hunger throughout your meal, ask yourself, has my body had enough? Am I eating just because there is more food? Can I stop before I get food? The feelings of hunger and satiety may be hard to determine at first. Don't give up. Keep checking. Gradually, you will learn more about your body, what it needs and wants. C. Chew your food thoroughly. Helps you to slow down and your body to digest the nutrients from your food more efficiently. Allows you to really taste your food and be tuned into the signals that you are getting satisfied. The sooner you are aware of satiety, the less likely it will be that you will overeat. Savor your food. Slow involves taking time to choose food you really like and a food that would satisfy you right now. Become fully present for the experience of eating and the pleasure that it can bring. Allow your attention be on the complete range of sensations available in each bite and feel the pleasure. If you're not enjoying it, why eat it? Mindful eating practices. How does the food look? Shape, color, shade. How does it smell? What sort of aromas can you pick up? How does it feel in your hand? through your knife and fork in your mouth. Is it hard, soft, rough, smooth, crunch?